time to figure out where on the coaching staff you want to start. Whichever role you decide on, you'll receive new coaching opportunities throughout the season via the coaching carousel, and it's all based on how well your team performs. Now for the fun part. Here, you'll create a coach. Now it's time to choose your coach's archetype. Your starting choices are motivator, recruiter, and tactician. What's most important to you? Maximizing player development, acquiring new talent, or putting your team in the best position to win? Congratulations. It's time to sign your first coaching contract. Now pay attention to the expectations of the role. Failing to meet the university's expectations will land you on the hot seat and potentially looking for a new job when the coaching carousel rolls around. Let's quickly walk through recruiting in EA Sports College Football 26. Our recruiting system follows a three-stage approach. Stage 1, add a player to your recruiting board. Once they're there, you can select actions to gain intel on what they value when it comes to committing to a school. These actions also help to get on a recruit's radar and can move you into their top schools. Once you're in a recruit's top 5, Stage 2 commences, allowing you to pitch to a player the things your school does well that they value. If you're having trouble finding interests that match, try to use the sway mechanic to get a recruit to change their mind. Finally, when a recruit is ready, Stage 3 is all about you closing on the recruit. It's at this point you can host the recruit on campus, allowing you to focus on specific school strengths in an effort to get a verbal commitment from the recruit before signing day. Pickens' finest. Welcome to Stillwater, Oklahoma, home of the Cowboys, where the paddle people are ready to open up a can. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on a team from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Groupers' offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me.
Coming out aggressively. Makes the grab on the right.
And I love it. First play of the game, they're trusting their quarterback to take a shot. He got the coverage he wanted. He found his one-on-one matchup, and his guy made a play. You cannot start better than that, fellas.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quarterback on the keeper. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. And the Groupers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option. The give. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quick pass on the fly motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. 3rd down and a big one for the Cowboys. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Oklahoma State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Handoff to the lone back.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Fires left. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. From midfield, looking for room. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Offense in a split backfield. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. On the option. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the 1st down. The groupers are rolling down the field. The give to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TF back.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Groupers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really...